passing of the assisted suicide law, I decided to ask MSU students how they felt about a law that could potentially affect them if it were ever to be passed in Michigan. The assisted suicide law states that any terminally ill patient has the right to ask their doctor to prescribe them a medication that will ultimately end their life. Do you feel that this law is ethical?
I don't know if ethics has anything to do with it. It's the patient's choice. It's not like the doctor is telling the patient you should kill yourself.
I think if that's their only option, it is. I mean, if there are other options and other opportunities that might be able to help them live, then it might be taken into consideration. But if that's an only option, I think it should be their choice.
You know, if someone wants, you know, their way of dying to be that way, then they have that right. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like that's cool for the family because maybe everyone doesn't agree with how that goes.
If that is truly what the person wants, then I do believe it's ethical. However, I think there should be, like, to a point where there is nothing the doctors can do, you know, like absolutely nothing that they can do. And
If you had a loved one who was in this situation, would you be for it or against it?
I mean, if it was a loved one, I'd obviously be against them taking their life. But if it was their choice and an only option, I'd want them to make their own decision.
I wouldn't necessarily support them. I would ask them why they would want it like that. I would try to get to the bottom of it, but ultimately, if that's what they want to do, I don't think I can stop them.
It would be difficult, but I would be supportive because if they don't, I would hate to see anyone suffer. I've had many loved ones who had terminal illnesses, and seeing someone suffer and going through these harsh sicknesses is horrible. It's horrible to watch, and it's horrible for them to have to go through. So if they're choosing to not go through the pain, I mean, it's gonna hurt, but it's what's best for them.